NHL comes down on Maple Leafs, Keefe in fines totaling $125,000. Tempe, Arizona. The Maple Leafs post-Christmas trip became a little more costly on Wednesday. The Leafs were fined $100,000 US by the National Hockey League because they traveled to St. Louis on Monday night for their game against the Blues on Tuesday. That was in violation of Article 16.5b of the Collective Bargaining Agreement, which states that December 24, 25 and 26 shall be off days for all team purposes, including travel. Rather than wait until Tuesday morning to travel, go on the ice for morning skate, after 4 days off, and play that night against the Blues, the Leafs made the decision to fly to St. Louis on Monday night. The players were on board with traveling on Monday night, rather than have a longer day on Tuesday had they traveled that morning. Coach Sheldon Keefe, meanwhile, was hit with a fine of $25,000 by the NHL for what the NHL called demeaning conduct directed at the officials during the Leafs' 5-4 overtime win against the Blues. In a game refereed by Wes McCauley and Brian Pochmara, Keefe became incensed twice during the third period. Moments before Blues forward Jordan Kyrou scored the tying goal, St. Louis defenseman Justin Falk collided with Leafs defenseman Jordy Ben, and Keefe was upset that no interference call was made. Later, Leafs forward Zach Aston Reese was cut by a high stick by Blues forward Brandon Saad and no penalty was called. After the game, Keefe said that watching Zach get sewn up on the table is a little hard to take, but didn't say anything more. Keefe wasn't ruffled in getting fined. "You get emotional in the game, because you're competing just like anyone else is," Keefe said after the Leafs practiced at Mullet Arena. "But when the game is over, especially when you get 2 points, I don't put too much thought or concern into any of it." The fines paid by the Leafs will go to the NHL Foundation. Fines aside, it appears defenseman Morgan Rielly will be back in the lineup on Thursday when the Leafs play the Arizona Coyotes. Rielly, who has been out since November 21 with a knee injury, practiced on a pairing with Timothy Liljegren. "Felt really good," Rielly said. "It has been a long process, but the last few weeks there has been lots of progress. I'm happy to be back with the boys." Matt Murray will start in goal against Arizona, Keefe said. Forward Dryden Hunt will make his Leafs debut on the fourth line, replacing Joey Anderson in the lineup. Tkotion at postmedia.com, twitter.com/KoshTorontoSun